Are you serious? Are you serious? Folks, we've got two major explosions has happened today on this January the 1st, 2014. 13 people have been injured. I want to thank Michael and the Reverend Gary for this report. 13 people injured in a massive blast followed by a fire in Minneapolis, Minnesota apartment. According to CNN, the explosion and fire at the apartment building in Minneapolis has left 13 people hospitalized today, and 6 are in critical condition. According to Minneapolis Fire Chief John Fruitel told CNN. Now there still may be people inside the building. We're not sure. They're still searching that, and everyone else has been accounted for. So most of the injuries are from burns and trauma of people that came out through the windows, said Robert Ball, a spokesman for the Emergency Medical Services. So 13 people. The 3-story building was destroyed, with the roof and the second and third floors all collapsing. It's a miracle that these people didn't get killed. So pray for this situation. We don't know what caused the explosion, but certainly it's an alarm for concern there in Minneapolis, Minnesota on this January the 1st, 2013. There was also a deadly explosion in Prague. Palestinian ambassador in Prague killed today in a blast. The Palestinian ambassador to the Czech Republic died today, January 1st, 2013, in a blast that occurred when he opened an old safe that had been left untouched for more than 20 years. The ambassador was Jamal al-Jamal, age 56. He was at home with his family at the time of the explosion, according to Palestinian embassy spokesmen. Also, al-Jamal was seriously injured and rushed to a hospital. There he died, according to police spokesman Andrea Zovola. Palestinian foreign ministers said no foul play was suspected, noting that the safe had been left untouched for more than 20 years. It also appeared that the door of the safe had been booby-trapped, according to their reports. It was unclear how al-Jamal tried to open it or what type of safe it was. The safe was recently moved from the old embassy building, but it had not come from a building that used to be the house of the PLO back in the 1980s. It did come from a house that had been used by the PLO. So the ambassador decided to open it. After he opened it, apparently something happened inside the safe and it went off. It was not immediately clear how he knew the safe and how he knew how to open it. We don't know all that yet. So I'm struggling. Why did he decide to open it after 20 years? And why today? Especially the day after John Kerry delivered the peace agreement plan, which is a 9-point plan, and give it to both the Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas and Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. And those 9 points are very contentious and will create tremendous stress as Israel is being asked to move 80,000 of their citizens out of Palestine and relocate them. They're giving these 80,000 citizens the option, Israeli Jews, the option to stay where they live and be living in the new state of Palestine under Palestinian rule, or abandon their homes and apartments and come to Israel to start over. This is part of the peace plan. Also, it's calling for a safe passage clause. In other words, a train station, a train track that is completely secured, taking a train all the way from Gaza to Ramallah through southern Israel, but it will not stop. It goes from Gaza to Ramallah, nonstop and back. Nonstop and back. And that is so that Palestinians in Gaza can go visit their Palestinian friends and family and neighbors in the West Bank, but still can't get off the train anywhere where they could create problems in the nation of Israel. So it would be a safe passage train. And get this, guess who would build it? It would be built by the United States of America and paid for by Washington. What? Also in this 9-point plan, the refugees, the Palestinian refugees who just would love to just go somewhere else, they will be allowed to leave Palestine. Half of them will be sent to live in Australia, and half of them will be sent to live in Canada. That is part of this 9-point plan. The Canadians and the Australians will pick up the bill for that. There is 9 points. I'll get back to that a little bit later, but certainly there's the border and how it's going to be managed. 2-state solution. Palestine would get a slice of East Jerusalem, a little bit of it called their capital. There's a lot there for peace and safety. We'll see. It's the covenant with many. The framework deal is on the table, and they are moving toward a biblical prophecy milestone, and that's Daniel 9:27 and the covenant with many. I'll be right back. Pray for all these folks that have been hurt and injured in Minnesota from this blast. Also pray for the families of the one that died over in the Czech Republic in Prague. I'm Pastor Paul Begley. Something biblical is going on with the signs of the second coming of Christ. I have a powerful video I'm going to bring up in just a few minutes on Ariel Sharon. I'll be right back.